Yes, I know, I'm late again, but when I have to work 10-hour shifts all weekend, things are not going to get done, especially when I have to put several hours into these edits. There will be a time when I'm not working my butt off all weekend, but that time is not now, so please just allow it. Either way, these races are getting run before the actual end occurs, so I'm not trying to mess with something to make it look like it's the right winner. Even if I did, I'm not even picking the winner. The computer is. And if I try to get the winner every time, that would take me forever unless I completely messed up the ratings. So, yeah, just give me time. This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of the top 3 NASCAR series, send them through the N ratings algorithm, set them up by their provisional lineups, and set the forecast as they will be on race day, and we see what the computer says will be the finishing order on race day. Looking at the truck race on Saturday, Ben Rhodes able to come away with the checkered flag, followed by a career day for Timmy Hill, Matt Craft and Austin Hill, Grant Enfinger also up there inside the top 5. Kyle Busch having an uncharacteristic struggling day down there outside the top 10. Also, a few guys in good equipment having some poor days. Tyler Ankrum, Johnny Sauter, Brett Moffitt, all outside of the top 20. And now we head into the Cup race. Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hammond making up the front row. Chase Elliott looking to get his first win of the season. William Byron already has one. Green flag out here at Richmond. Martin Truex Jr. certainly got the jump on the start. Chase Elliott trying to get on the inside of Denny Hammond for second place. Trying to work his way up ahead. Kyle Busch definitely has the advantage here at this racetrack. 6.8 average finish at this racetrack. Well ahead of anybody else that is in the field today. He's a 6-time winner here at Richmond. And that leads the active drivers. Denny Hammond has 3 wins here at his home track. And he has found his way up to the front after not getting great on the start. He finally made his way back up and got past his teammate and held off Chase Elliott for second place. Kevin Harvick has scored 15 top 5s at this racetrack. He averages a top 10. Currently trying to hold on to the 5th spot over Kyle Larson. In terms of top 10s, Harvick's tenured career puts him above Kyle in that respect, but Ryan Newman, 20 top 10s at this track. Trying to work his way up. He is currently outside the top 10. Brad Keselowski also started a little further back in the field and trying to see what he can do to work his way up. The laps led at this racetrack kind of been hogged by 5 or 6 different drivers, 5 of whom are eclipsing 1,000 laps. So you go down to the bottom of that list and they haven't even gotten 100. So the laps led here definitely held by a select few. Meanwhile, Hammond has driven himself to a solid lead, and at the end of lap 80, he'll come to the end of stage 1, and he will take the checkered flag and claim a playoff point and some bonus points as well. Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick making up the top 5. We did have an incident near the end of that stage. In fact, on the last lap of the stage, Cole Custer looks like he blew a tire. So he had to come down and get that repaired, and that's going to cost him quite a few positions. We get back on the restart. Hamlin out in front after everyone makes their pit stops. Martin Truex Jr. had a bit of a scuffle on pit lane. Might have gotten checked up by another car. We understand the 38 car has dropped out of the race. He'll finish in last place, but not sure if that was necessarily related. However, the 19 is still on the lead lap, running in the 7th spot, so even without his hood on the race car, he is still putting out some fast laps. Joey Logano trying to catch up to Denny Hamlin, started behind him on that restart and just hasn't been able to do anything with it. 3 seconds behind already, about 30 laps into the run. Chase Elliott has now worked his way into the 2nd spot, and now they're starting to chase Denny down. Looks like lap traffic might be playing a bit of a factor into that. Of course, Denny might have also gone off a little bit too fast and used up all his stuff. Alex Bowman currently the spot below in the playoff standings. A little early to look at it, but obviously everything leading up to that, he currently runs outside of the top 20. He's not having a great day so far. Kyle Larson getting passed up here. He has 5 top 10s on the season, and they've all come after that round of Daytona runs, and now he's getting put down a lap by Denny Hamlin. Chase Elliott trying to keep up with some of the guys in front of him as he runs in the 4th position. Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano still within eyesight. Truex Jr. has gone a lap down. William Byron has had 6 straight top 10s, all coming with his win at Homestead. That really turned around his season after Daytona really did not play out in his favor. He currently runs up here inside the top 10. This could be another run for him inside that mark. Now it looks like Brad Keselowski is going to be put down a lap, and Kyle Busch might as well, as the 11 car continues to pick off drivers. We're going to have some green flag pit stops here. Kevin Harvick going to be the first one to come down, and Denny Hammond going to come down a short time later. Chase Elliott's going to take a little bit more laps to make his pit stop, but he will come down eventually. But we're going to have an incident on the racetrack. Look at the 8 car, Tyler Reddick, really plowing in there, and Joey Logano hard into the outside wall in turn 3. He was running in the 5th position, and he is going to be put out of the race. Not sure how the 8 car was going so fast, but that's a bad break for Logano. Now out of this one, and now we have even fewer cars on the lead lap, as Denny Hammond going to take the end of stage 2, just a short time after the restart. Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, Keselowski, all inside the top 5 on that one. Green flag flies once again, the final stage of the race. 160 laps left to go. Hamlin once again jumping out there. Taking a look at Ryan Blaney. He has not had a good time at this racetrack before. His best finish here is 17th, but right now running inside the top 10. This is actually a really good run going for him. Chase Elliott trying to keep Harvick within his eyesight as he battles some lap traffic. Harvick's still up there, but he's starting to lose a little ground. And obviously Denny Hamlin still continuing to dominate this race. Here we see Kurt Busch. He is the guy that is above the cut line in the playoffs. So obviously the guy Alex Bowman would be battling with at the moment. But he has himself a solid day compared to Bowman. A top 15 run going for him at the moment. Now we're going to see green flag pit stops. This is going to set up the last leg of the race. But problems here. Another incident in turn 3, this time involving Josh Bilicki and Ryan Newman. And the 52 trying to cut down the pit lane, and some guys out of control and right into the pit barrels. Christopher Bell is the one that plowed right in there. Also see the 00 of Quinn Houff took some major damage, as well as possibly James Davison. I believe the 15 car will be able to run, but those other 3, they are definitely dropping out of the race, and not sure how that necessarily occurred or why the 52 had to go down the pit lane at that particular time. The 18 car starting to work his way up the field. He is now in the 2nd spot and catching up to the 11 car's teammate. Meanwhile, Chase Elliott has a little bit of front end damage. I'm wondering if it came from that incident over there in the 4th corner. But otherwise, it looks like it's not necessarily affecting him too much. Still running in the 4th position. Back up at the front, Kyle Busch closing in on the 11 car with the laps winding down. With under 30 to go, here he goes to the bottom. The 11 car trying to battle Chase Briscoe for spot on the track. And the 18 is going to take advantage. He grabs the lead on that lap. Still trying to clear him, but the 14 now has the high line, and the 11 is going to have to dive low. And the 18 takes advantage of a bit of a mistake there on Hamlin's part, and another accident down in turn 3. Garrett Smithley getting into the wall with some help from Kevin Harvick. So that's going to set up a late restart. 10 laps to go. Kyle Busch out in front, Denny Hamlin just behind. Keselowski, Elliott, Larson, Harvick, all within eyesight, but it looks like they're starting to fall off just like they have been all race. The 11 car had been dominant, but the 18 is now out in front, and he is not giving it up even without traffic in the way. The 11 car just can't find his way back around his teammate. We mentioned Kyle Busch as a 6-time winner at this racetrack. Last win came in 2018. He's had a 2nd place since then, 4 straight top 10s, but he has been looking for victory lane ever since, and it looks like it's going to come here today. Checkered flag flies for Kyle Busch. In a race that looked like it was Denny Hamlin's to lose, he unfortunately was unable to come away with the victory. He was so close to taking the lead back on that last accident. He was right side by side with the 18 car, but he's going to come up in 2nd spot. Busch with the win. Keselowski, Elliott, Larson in the top 5. Harvick also on the lead lap. William Byron with the win already this season. He finishes 8th. Martin Truex Jr., despite a lot of damage, he finishes 9th, and Kurt Busch puts himself inside the top 10. Ryan Blaney with his career best finish at this racetrack in the 11th spot. Also see Ryan Newman. He had his own incident earlier on in the race. He finishes 17th. Tyler Reddick also got into the back of Joey Logano. He'll come home in the 20th position. Daytona 500 winner Michael McDowell will come home in 23rd, still trying to make sure he puts himself up in points. Austin Cindric making another start in the Cup Series, comes home in 26th. And there's the drivers that did not finish the race, most notably Christopher Bell, Almirola, Joey Logano. Big disappointments for all three of those drivers. That is it for NR 2003 Predicts. We hope you enjoyed the race, and we will see you all next time.